Okay, welcome to session 10, part E. I'm just going to do a couple homework questions. And by the way, in session 11, once again, I'm going to finish some other aspects of chapter 7, including I'll do some more homework problems. But for now, I'm only going to do two homework problems. It's actually kind of only one and a half. I'm going to do question 1, parts A and B, and then I'm also going to do question 6. Here again, all of this parts A and B. Um, okay, so if you want to try those on your own, I encourage you hit the pause button, try them on your own. Okay, assume you've done that. So let's look at question 1. Okay, Chuck Wagon owns and operates a small tax accounting firm which he runs out of the basement of his home. Okay. The basement was just wasted space until Chuck turned it into an office for his business. He says his firm is more profitable than most tax accounting businesses because he doesn't have to pay any rent. Do you agree that rent is not a cost of production for Chuck? Okay, so this is the difference between accounting profit and economic profit. Yeah, maybe it's not a monetary cost, but it is an opportunity cost because Chuck could use that basement and rent it out to someone else if he wanted to. Or even if he doesn't do that, it would be a benefit for, put some sort of sports room or something. There's a opportunity cost of extra luxuries he could make it out of. But the key thing, the easiest way to think about this is that he could rent it out. Whatever that rent would be, that's an opportunity cost. And so that's a cost, okay? So if you're looking at, for economic profit, you would not say that those costs are zero. They are the opportunity costs that you would get from renting it out. Okay. Part B, Chuck recently turned down an offer to go to work for a larger firm at a salary of $45,000 a year. Chuck's personal income from his business runs about $35,000 a year. Would you say that Chuck's firm is profitable? Okay, once again, if you're using accounting profit, you would say he's making a profit of $35,000. Yeah, that's probably what you would have to pay taxes on. But the economic profit is not that. The way to think about this is his opportunity cost of working someplace else, and that's $45,000. He's turning down that $45,000. So it's in essence like Chuck. On the one hand, he's the owner of the firm. Then he has another hat. He's the employee of the firm, and that employee is really a cost of $45,000. Chuck is turning down that. So Chuck, the owner, is actually making a $10,000 loss. Okay, his revenue is $35,000, but his opportunity costs for himself of 45 of not getting the 45,000 on net. That's a loss of $10,000. Okay. Okay, so that is 1B. Let's look at number 6. Okay. The governments of poor countries often display what some would call um, edifice complex. They enthusiastically build new roads, dams, and other structures, but then don't keep them in adequate repair. Can you explain this phenomena using the concept of residual claimant? Okay, well, the idea is that with roads, usually there's no one who owns them. There's no residual claimant. If you can make the customers happier, there's no way to get extra revenue from them. So there's no one who's going to pocket that extra revenue. There is no residual claimant. So there is no incentive to make the roads better, to try to do things to make customers happier in this. So question B says, what attitude would a private owner of a road take towards maintenance? So if there was a private owner of a road and he could actually charge people for for driving on that road, that owner would all of a sudden have an incentive to make the road better, to keep the customers happy, to do maintenance on the road. You'd say, I keep the customers happy. This makes the customers willing to pay more in tolls, which means I get more money. So that owner would be a residual claimant, and he would have an incentive, have more of an incentive um, to actually maintain the road than the case of a government. Okay, that's part 6. Uh, Good, we do that quickly. So remember, once again, session 11, I will come back and finish up some stuff on chapter 7. Okay, see you then in a few days.